end of the world, NASA scientist is in tears as he issues impending disaster warning. A NASA scientist fought off tears in a video as he's issued a dire warning about an impending disaster facing humanity. Peter Kalmus, an activist and NASA scientist, gave an emotional speech last week. He was highlighting the fact that humanity is on the brink of a climate disaster. Dr. Kalmus, a climate scientist at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory in California, took part in a major protest organized by the group Scientist Rebellion, as over 1,000 scientists took part in protests around the world over global inaction on climate change. The NASA scientist chained himself to JP Morgan Chase Bank and gave an impassioned speech, after which he, along with several other scientists at the site, was, of course, arrested. In the video, he says, "We're going to lose everything. And we're not joking, we're not lying, we're not exaggerating." He says, "I'm here because scientists are not being listened to. I'm willing to take a risk for this gorgeous planet." And he broke into tears, adding, "For my sons." And there's videos here of the actions that they took in Los Angeles. The protest comes at the latest report by the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, IPCC. They warned that greenhouse gases around the world need to peak by 2025 and then be halved within 5 years to give the planet a fighting chance of limiting global warming to 1.5 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels. Jim Skea, professor at Imperial College London and co-chair of the working group behind the report, said, "It's now or never if we want to limit global warming to 1.5 degrees Celsius. Without immediate and deep emissions reductions across all sectors, it will be impossible," he said. If the Earth crosses 1.5 degrees Celsius heating, then scientists warn that many of the effects of climate breakdown will become irreversible. Now, which countries are meeting their Paris Agreement goals? Saudi Arabia projected achievement less than 4%. They've got that. Indonesia projected, well, they've got that. India, they've got that. Kenya, Russia, no. Brazil, no. Argentina, no. Mexico, no. China is in the orange. Canada, it looks like it's achieved it. Japan, US, no. Canada, no. Japan, no. EU, no. Nigeria, no. And UK is basically on track. Now, what do you think about the protests? Let us know, it says. Now, China, we know, is target is plus 3% Celsius, projected achievement plus 3%. What can I tell you? Now, Dr. Kalmus added, "This is for all of the kids of the world and for young people, all of the future of the world. This is so much bigger than any of us." He says it's time for all of us to stand up and take risks and make sacrifices for this beautiful planet that gives us life and gives us everything. And as things intensify around the globe, with energy crisis, many countries, including US, UK, and EU, have mulled increasing the production of fossil fuels. But IPCC report made clear that doing so would put the global 1.5 degrees Celsius target, of course, beyond reach. Experts have also noted that Western countries, like US, UK, and EU, have been responsible for nearly 3/4 of the global excess in resource extraction over the past 5 decades. Despite accounting for only a fraction of the global population, these nations have extracted the most amount of natural resources, causing global environmental degradation, bringing the planet closer to climate catastrophe. Climate change is deeply intertwined with income levels in various countries, as low-income countries in Africa and Asia disproportionately face the impacts of climate change, despite contributing the least amount of emissions. According to the UN Development Programme, developing countries suffer from 99% of the casualties are attributed to climate change, which includes floods and droughts and other things. This is on Express UK by Anthony Ashkenaz. Please leave your comments and thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.